What's up guys, this is Heat King here bringing you a review on the latest Attack on Titan Season 2 episode. So yeah, sorry about not getting the previous reviews done. Obviously I got ill for a week or two, so yeah, it was pretty much impossible to get those out of the way, and obviously the lateness and the times. And mostly because I work on Saturdays, so I don't really get enough time to get up, do the reviews, watch the episode, do the reviews, etc, and get ready to go to work. So it's always about the timing when these episodes come out. But yeah, I managed to watch today's episode a bit earlier before I go, and I can sit down and do a review on it. So yeah, episode 6, Warrior. This is it, guys. This is the episode that's gonna have everyone going, what the fuck just happened, okay? After 4 long bloody years, yeah, the spoilers can now sort of end when it comes to the revelation of who the Colossal and Armored Titans are. Okay, if you're one of those guys who's managed to avoid those spoilers, yeah, who's only an anime watcher and has avoided the manga spoilers, and you've gotten to this point, you've gotten this far without spoiling yourself, congrats, okay? Because seriously, like, I know so many people who got spoiled by this very early on, and it's like, it was heartbreaking because I would have loved to see the reactions on people's faces when they watch this episode for the first time and they get that revelation, like, holy crap. So yeah, this episode was not really action-packed until about the last minute. The majority of this episode is really all about setup and tension, and my god, like, you have this storm, right? You've got this storm that's sort of brewing, right? Since the last episode ended with the nighttime, and then it looks like there's going to be a big heavy storm by the end of this episode. And it's like the calm before the storm, right? But that's not what happens. The opposite happens. Sun shines and everything starts pouring out, and it's like, oh, the day's looking nice and clean. But then you get this big, massive revelation, and it all goes to hell very fast. It's like a very unexpected effect that occurs, and like you don't see it coming. Usually, like, you know, it's all calm and that, and then the storm comes in, and then boom. That's sort of the cliche. But here, it's done oppositely, and it's done very great how visually this was represented. Again, I have to say, the animation, the artwork, and the soundtrack that they were playing, like the music, it's all freaking phenomenal, with the exception of maybe an iffy part in terms of the 3D CGI they used towards the end regarding the Colossal Titan. That was a bit meh, like I could have done without that maybe, I don't know, they could have found a way around that, but the rest of the episode holds up very well. So you got these guys after the aftermath of the battle, right, and Ymir's been tended to. She's in a coma at the moment, unconscious. She's not dead, like the majority of reviews I've seen, like, oh, she's dead now, goodbye. And I'm like, no, she's not fucking dead. She's a Titan shifter. She's got the ability to heal. Why would she be dead? Like, the reactions I saw and the reviews I read, like, just made me go, are you stupid? You must be stupid, because you're clearly not paying attention to the series then. But yeah, okay, obviously Ymir is alive. Hanji's talking with a historian now. We find out that she's basically the daughter of a nobleman, part of a noble family, the Rice family. There's obviously a bit of setup and foreshadowing going on there. And then you've got Eren, like, you know, on top of the wall. The majority of them on top of the wall right now. And you've got Reina and Bertolt coming up as well, and they're just standing there talking. Everyone's pretty much there. Highness appears and confirms to everyone there that there is no hole in the wall. So how the hell did the Titans get in then? And it pretty much baffles everyone, because no one knows what the hell to do. They're like, everyone's confused. They all came here to fix the wall, and now it's like there's no hole. So how did this happen? How did the Titans get in? Where did the Titans come from? And for them, it's very confusing because, you know, the last time this happened with Trust, right, there were like a whole bunch of Titans, and now there isn't. Like, it's very few, and it's very baffling to all of these guys. They have no idea what the hell's really going on. So yeah, what is the gist here? What's going on here? Like, come on, give us some details here. Like, what the hell? And obviously, you know, obviously the hints are sort of there. You know, if you've been paying attention from the beginning episodes, right? I pretty much think it was hinted at in episode 3. Yeah, pretty much hinted at episode 3. And I think especially 4, what the real answer here is. So yeah, if you put 2 and 2 together, that makes the most sense. Obviously, they haven't realised that yet. But yeah, something fishy is going on, obviously. And then you've got Reina starting to go a bit batshit insane. Like, he's starting to come to the conclusion that he's going to die at this point because he's a soldier and he's with the Survey Corps. He even tells Armin, like, hey, this is the second time I nearly died. Remember the first time I got caught by the female Titan and I nearly died and I hadn't gotten out? like it's starting to mess with his head a bit. And everyone, like Aaron's just giving him this look and of a bit of suspicion or obviousness here. Like there's obviously something going on here. Aaron obviously knows something he's not saying, and Bertold just sort of giving him that look like, oh, you know, he's obviously going insane now. Like, and then you've got Mikasa, right? You got these guys walking away, right, with Hanji, Armin, and them. You got Mikasa there, and she starts to stand still. She turns around like when that revelation is made. And she's got that horrified look, death kill in her eyes, like, holy shit, the whole time she's just got her hands on the blades. Why? What's going on here? Obviously, I think for most people, they probably expected the revelation of what happens here to come a bit more unexpectedly, but what happens here is a lot more unexpected, because you don't see it coming. Like, the way Reina just goes to, like, Eren, and he's talking to her, and he's like, yeah, you know, he wants to go back to his home town now at this point. Like, that revelation is made. Eren pretty much says, you know, you have to survive. You want to go back home, don't you? And he's like, yeah, I want to go back home. And he's like, now's the time. You know, you're here. You know, we can do it now. And like, we don't know what he's talking about. Obviously, like, he's probably gone insane, right? PTSD, everyone. But no, that's not the case. And he goes to Eren. And he's like, yeah, by the way, I'm the Armored Titan. And Bertold is the Colossal Titan. And they're like, wait, what? What? What's going on here? What's Reina saying? And it's like, what? And yeah, it's just such an unexpected reveal, because you don't see it coming. You're thinking, is he joking about? No, this isn't a joke. He's being very serious. He's losing his mind. And holy shit, we get this flashback that occurred just before, like, 12 hours earlier. And all the pieces start to fit in. And yeah, Hanji gets the document Sasha brought. Hanji pretty much reveals that Annie came from the same supposed village that Reina and Bertold came from. And obviously everyone's like, you know, that's impossible. That can't be, because Bertold and Reina, they never hanged out with Annie. Like, they always kept to themselves. She kept to herself. They can't be friends. And yeah, it's just like, what? Like, how? What's the big connection here? And then Armin, like, sort of chips in when they're talking about how Reina saved his life from the female Titan, and he's like, wait a second, at that time the female Titan knew where Eren was when she didn't know before, and she started going his direction. How the hell did she realize that? Like, she couldn't have overheard me talking to Reina about that. And he comes to the conclusion, like, hold on a second, Reina asked me where Eren was, and I told him. And then when he got caught by the female Titan and escaped, the female Titan looked at her hand for a few seconds, and then she went off to the direction where Eren was supposed to be. And Armin comes to the conclusion, everyone puts it together, and it's like, Reina wrote a message in Annie's hand at that time. And that's how she knew. So Reina is obviously in cahoots with Annie. Like, what the hell's going on? And then we cut back to the present. Shit's starting to get a bit more intense. And Eren, like, their mission is to pretty much, like, lure these guys on the ground so they can, like, they don't know 100% for certain if they are who they are. But obviously at this point, Eren realizes, yeah, they must be. And he's trying to calm the situation down. He's going to Reina, he's like, look, you're tired, you're exhausted, you're saying bullshit right now, right? Bertold, right? He's like, yeah, he's obviously lost his mind a bit, like, he's tired, yeah. And Reina, like, at this point, his whole personality just changes. And this episode is called Warrior. Like, beforehand, we had an episode with Reina called Soldier, right? And this explored his personality and psyche as a soldier. This episode obviously relates to something a bit more. And I think at this point, if people haven't realised it, they should be able to come to the conclusion that obviously Reina is not all there in their head. Because at the end of this, he pretty much takes his cast off, right? And we see it healing. We got the steam coming out, yellow light, and it's healing. At this point, there's no doubt Eren's seen as, 100% with his own eyes. Reina is indeed a Titan shifter, and Reina goes for Eren at this point, because, like, he pretty much tells Eren that he wants him to come with him to their hometown. To what is presumably the hometown. And, if he comes, they won't destroy any more walls. And Eren's just in shock, right? Eren's in shock, but Mikasa, like, she comes flying in, stabbing Reina through the arm and cutting him away, goes for Bertold, slices his throat, right? And this dude's just collapsing on the floor, bleeding. And Mikasa, she's pushing Eren away, and she tries to stab Bertold through the head. Reina comes in quickly and tackles her all off the wall. She comes flying in. Too late, though, because at this point, Bertold's like, are we doing it? Are we doing it right now? He's like, yeah, we're doing it now. And, like, the sparks come flying. There's a big-ass explosion like you would expect. Everyone goes flying. And there, standing on top of the wall is the Colossal and Beast Titan, all their glory. You got that epic reveal music just playing, like, and yeah, like, holy shit. And Reina the Armored Titan goes for Eren, grabs him, jumps off the wall. You got the Colossal Titan going from Ymir's stretcher and picking that up. And you got his ribcage, by the way, like he hasn't fully transformed yet. He's got his ribcage attached to the wall, like, so it's like only half developed. And Eren, he starts having flashbacks to Bertold and Reina, like how they took care of them, and he cannot believe it. But at this point, he accepts it. He's crying. He's upset. It tears him up inside. You can just feel the emotion here, the betrayal. And yeah, he transforms into his Titan mode, and he goes for that. He goes for the punch, man. And yeah, wow, just what a way to end this episode. This episode adapted only one chapter, mind you, and they did a very good job just pacing it and keeping us on edge throughout the whole episode about what the hell was going on, to the revelation of who Reina and Bertold was, to the whole build up and revelation of how that was discovered, to just us finally at the end accepting and seeing the reality of it. And it's like, oh my god, like I can't wait to see what happens next, like, cause shit just got real, like holy crap. So yeah, that's the gist of the episode really, and it's so unexpected. It's so good how they did this. Obviously next episode's going to be the action episode. It's the one I think a lot of people have been waiting for, and just seeing that matchup, seeing the Colossal and Armored Titan just going at it, and it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be a thing of beauty. And yeah, like, I just can't wait to see the reactions of people seeing this episode. Like, it's so funny really. I feel sorry I really do. I feel sorry for the people who are going to watch this and going to be like, what? Why? But yeah, good episode. Definitely, like, I'm gonna give it a good 9 out of 10. Like, definitely a good episode, worth watching. And yeah, like, this is the halfway point of season 2. We only got 6 more episodes left after this, and I'm just very curious what chapter they're gonna end it on. So yeah, guys, I hope you like this. As always, like and subscribe, whatever, and I shall see you when I shall see you. Take care and bye.